What's up, everybody? Gridbot Guru here, and today what we're going to do is we're going to dive into an advanced trading bot, an advanced grid bot actually. So if that is something you are interested in, go ahead and continue watching this video. If not, I'll see you on the next video. But if you would, either way, if you would hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, it's going to help me out. It's going to help you out. That way you know when you're going to get more content, and I'm going to try to keep this one pretty simple, pretty short and sweet for you, and we'll see what we can do, okay? So this bot, first thing I want to do is, this is a futures grid bot, okay? I would recommend this for advanced traders. I would say that if you are still new, 6 months into trading, I would recommend you seriously researching what futures are and how they work before getting in and going with this trading bot, okay? The reason why is because you can end up losing more money, okay, than you could lose 100% of what you put into it, and that can be very scary. If you do it correctly, it can be very beneficial to you. So let's go ahead, let's get started, all right? So with this trading bot, what you are going to end up doing is you're going to go to futures instead. So the top left-hand corner, you're going to go to futures bots, okay? Now with this, what you will end up doing is you will have a couple of options over here on the right hand side. You can do a cross margin futures grid, you can do a signal bot, and you can also just do a standard futures grid bot. So today what we're going to do is we're just going to do a standard futures grid bot. Now with this, what you are going to end up doing is you're basically borrowing coins from somebody. Okay, so somebody out there is offering you coins. You're borrowing these coins or this amount, and then you're predicting on which way it will go. Okay, and so what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to kind of explain how that works. So I'm going to click on create. Here's my pair, and then you have a couple different options. You can just do a normal strategy. You could copy somebody's strategy. You can go either long, short, neutral. I'll explain those three options. And then you can also customize it. So here are your AI strategies that are provided by Pionex. You have a moderate, you have a balanced, and you have aggressive, okay? Again, this can be kind of, it can be tough, okay? You also have shorts. If you are short with something, and like I said, I'll explain these here in a bit. You have moderate, you have balanced, and you have aggressive. And then you have neutral as well. I'm going to go over to customize, okay? Now, in the previous videos, what I've been doing is I have been marking Bitcoin to be kind of in an area of support and resistance. So what I've done is I've kind of put that area as an area of resistance, and then I've also put it's around in this area because of these, okay? I've got an area of support around, got an area of support around the 30,000, and I'm just throwing those numbers out. I haven't really done a whole lot with Bitcoin recently. So what you end up doing is you have two options, okay? You can either, well, three technically. You can either go long or you can go short, okay? Going long is you are borrowing funds to trade with. So if I'm like, you know what, I think Bitcoin's going to go up to 46,000. I'm going to borrow funds and then I'm going to use those to buy Bitcoin, and then I'm going to let it go up to 46,000. I'm going to sell everything, and I'm going to give those funds back. Okay, I'm going to keep the profit though. For example, if you are a person and you loan me $1,000 and I make, say, I buy Bitcoin, I buy $1,000 of Bitcoin, and then in 2 weeks that $1,000 is now worth 1,500. I'm going to sell it. I give you your 1,000 back with a little bit of interest, and then I keep my profits. Okay. With going short, you're doing the exact opposite. You're borrowing coins. So we'll say, I think that the price of Bitcoin will go down. I'm going to borrow, we'll say, 1 Bitcoin from you. I'm going to sell that Bitcoin at 42,000. I'm going to let it drop down to, we'll say, 32,000. I'm going to buy that Bitcoin back, and then I'm going to give that Bitcoin back to you. And then again, you end up having your Bitcoin back with a little interest. I have my profits, and then whatever ends up happening next is happening next. So what you end up having is, those are your long and your short. Neutral is the same thing, but it doesn't buy or sell at the beginning. It only places orders. So what you end up having is, you will end up having these orders that are placed, but until that goes up, okay, it's not placing any orders. All right. So if you actually click on it, it says, and you can end up reading this. It says they only places orders. Place sell orders above the starting price and start shorting if the price goes up. Place buy orders below and start longing if the price drops. You can view and edit or view the details in the tutorial in the upper right hand corner. So there is a tutorial for you. I don't ever use a neutral bot. So you set it up exactly the same way. However, you also end up having the ability to change what you're multiplying this by. Okay, so you can end up going up to, for Bitcoin, you can go up to 100 times. Personally, I think it's just gambling, basically anything over 50. And really, like you saw, like if I'm doing it, I might do 5. Okay, I might do 5. So that's what I would end up doing. I have a little bit of a balance here. So I have 54.6 USDT. I could end up going in. I could end up doing the lowest. I would end up, personally, I would probably short right here, but that's just me. I would let it come back up and retest and then go back down. And I would say I would set it up like this. I would say my lowest price is going to be 30,000, my highest price 46,000, and I would set up my number of grids. Okay, so it's very similar to a traditional grid bot. However, you can end up going long, which means you think the price is going up, or you can go short, which means you think the price is going down. You can profit both ways with a futures grid bot. The thing is, you're borrowing funds. Again, when you start borrowing funds, people end up, the money that you are borrowing, they're going to want that back instead of losing it. So it is automatically built in where if it goes to a certain point, the bot will go ahead and stop. It will close, and you will, if it is starting to get to that liquidation spot, okay, and it gets liquidated, it will stop, it will close the bot, you will lose your money, but the money that was borrowed gets returned back. So the higher the leverage, the riskier the trade, which is why I usually do a ×5 if I do that. Usually I stay away from futures though. So hope you guys liked it. Hope it kind of gives you some insight. If you have any questions, feel free, drop them in the comments below. Like I said, don't use money that you have borrowed that you will need, okay? So again, I always use this as an example. I ended up running them to one guy, and he was saying, hey, I think I can make this 300 into 600. That way I can pay my $100, electricity bill. And I had to really talk to him and say, well, if you can't pay that $100 electricity bill, what's going to happen? And we ended up talking about it, and hopefully, I don't know if he did, I think he got mad at me, but hopefully he understood that this, like, I could buy some, and Bitcoin has been going up quite a bit. I could buy some Bitcoin right here, and if all of a sudden it drops, like, the value of Bitcoin has gone down, so it is no longer worth what it once was, okay? We're just now starting, I think, to get out of a bear market. So kind of keep that in mind as we are going, okay? So don't use money that you absolutely need, okay? That's the key advice right now. Don't use the money that you absolutely need. With that being said, I hope you guys have a great day trading, and I want you to stay green. I'll see you next time.